What's up all you McFarlane Toys loving dudes and dudettes? Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again to take you all the way back to 2003 for a retro shiz look back at the past. And today we're going to be checking out the McFarlane Toys Spawn Classic Covers Series 24, Issue 88, the Halloween Spawn. And this guy in particular is just fantastic and a great one to start off with because this was actually my first Classic Covers Spawn figure. And the back of the packaging shows all of those figures and they are glorious. Each and every one of them, they're fantastic. Spawn is usually known for his red, huge cape, whatever you want to call it, but this one really has that orange glow to it, making it ever so Halloween. And much like many McFarlane toys, there is a variant version for this guy. He actually comes with a mask as opposed to that hamburger head. So, enough of the chit-chat. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is the McFarlane Toys 2003 Classic Covers Series 24, Issue 88, the Halloween Spawn. And much like he's been for the last 17 years in my collection, he still stands proud to this day. And I absolutely love this figure. He's just a crazy cool looking Spawn. And the fact that he's called the Halloween Spawn, Spawn just pairs up oh so nicely with that famous holiday. From the tree to his huge orange reddish cape to that face. The sculpt is there, the paint, so much paint on this guy. It's incredible. And these used to be in the realm of the $8.99, $9.99 mark. This is what you used to get. He's got chains, he's got full articulation as well. Of the melted pumpkins, some are still standing. You got the big screaming cat right there on top. Everything is paint. He's got yellow eyes, he's got a red tongue, he's got white teeth. They just really put in the time and effort back in the day, and you can see it from just the way the tree is all gnashed and gnarled, the paint. It looks fantastic. And yes, for the most part, I would say that, I mean, of course, translating from a 2D into a 3D image, you have to make things work as best you can, but the cape is there, the coloring is there, the fades from the orange into the reds and the browns. It just looks fantastic. The tree itself is a little bit meshed back, we'll say. Usually in the image itself, it's a lot more propped up. Spawn seems to be more propped into it. But again, from translating from 2D into 3D, you kind of have to make it work. Even the owl, it's in a different situation from the artwork to the actual figure. But the owl, it's a creepy looking owl, man. The fact that they even go that whole distance just to put that thing there. The tree itself is almost a figure. It's just very, very cool. You can see yourself putting it with like Batman, Long Halloween, something like that. And it is 2 pieces, and it comes that way in the packaging, but it simply just pegs right into the base. And as you can see, it's like a tight fit, not much to it. I've seen a lot of people glue them in place. Sometimes you want to do that with Spawn stuff, you know, just you never know these days. Sometimes stuff falls apart. But Spawn himself, he stands all on his own. You can prop him up against a tree, or you can situate him just right. And the cape, being as burly as it is, does aid sometimes in standing him. But as you'll see in just a second, he is fully articulated under that massiveness. And the paint, the black, it's so graphic in all of its detail. The spiked boots that he always has on, he's got great paint. And because it's more of that orange reddish nuance, I think it just fits. I love the way the top part of his cape just kind of bends and folds. The cape is removable as well, and as I said, you get a fully posable Spawn underneath that massive red living cape. And for the most part, he does have that 2003 articulation. He's got some wonkiness to him. He's got a bunch of toe articulation, double jointed knees, some fairly decent butterfly joints, single jointed elbows, wrists, arms, head, you know, the whole 9 yards in that situation, but it is a more antiquated, more fully posable Spawn. And on the backside is where the cape clips in. I would say he's a good-looking Spawn, but he's entirely too tiny. He's very emaciated looking, and so I wouldn't say this is necessarily the best Spawn. The best Spawn is, of course, the 10th anniversary one, which we will look at later, because for 2020, I plan on doing a lot more Spawn videos, but like I said, the cape really just gives him a lot more mass to his more slender, emaciated frame. And then within the cape, it does have a peg, and that's what form fits it onto his back. And once it's on him, it does look really good. He looks a lot bigger than he actually is, but it's nice to see that you can just stand him with or without the tree. I would say that if you are a huge Spawn fan, or if you're just looking for a fun Spawn figure, then this Halloween Spawn will definitely be one to have. It's a great conversation piece. He's also a great Halloween decoration if you wanted to put him away for the rest of the year and only bring him out for those 31 days. When you match him up with the other classic covers Spawn and Spawn figures, he is a little bit more on the small side compared to others, a lot more bigger than most. But again, we will look at all of these Spawns in good time because there are so many awesome ones. They're all amazing, but each one just has their own little nuances. Spawn just lends itself to any kind of design, and it's so much fun. And here he is paired up with a 6-inch Marvel Legends, and of course one of the new McFarlane Batman figures, and he scales well. This Spawn does clock in at just below the 7-inch mark, so he is a little bit on the tiny side, but again, you can fit him in with most. And if you're looking for another good Spawn figure to pair him up with, look no further than this Violator, a fantastic figure. And this Spawn looks to go really nice with him. He goes nice with anything, let's just be honest. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about these classic covers figures. Did you have this Halloween Spawn? Is it something you're going to have to add to your collection now? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything. The classic covers, McFarlane Toys, Spawn figures. And please let me know which of these figures you'd like to see me tackle next. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, I would say the only thing I would ever change on this entire figure is give Spawn some of that more necroplasm, green goo energy shooting out of his eyes. That would have just made this figure just that much more glorious. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.